Alright, hey guys, if you're watching this on Edpuzzle, go ahead and label your paper like this, and then put your name so I know it's you. Right there. Okay, first problem. Go ahead and do this one on your paper. Send me the chat if you have the answer on Zoom. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Alright, if you haven't sent it in, send it in right now. This one says to simplify using only positive exponents. And the way we think about this one is -2 is really -2 to the first. So if you have two different numbers squished together with a parentheses, it's really a multiplication. And we add together the exponents. So if you're unfamiliar because you were in my pre-algebra class, this might be new to us, but it's pretty simple once we have the rule. We're just going to add the 1 and the 5, and that makes 6, and that's my new exponent. And that's all they want us to do. So A would be our answer for that one. Jump down to 2, and hopefully we can get this one pretty quickly with that rule. Alright, Dylan, what would the answer be?
-3 to the 4th.
Good. That would be B, because you take -3 to the first, and we're really multiplying it with -3 to the third. And when you multiply exponents that have the same base, you just add the exponents. So it's really 1 plus 3, and that would be -3 to the 4th power. Okay, let's move on to 3. This is order of operations, so we need to remember PEMDAS. So do your parentheses first if there is one. There's none. And then do your exponents. And then do your multiplication. And then divide. And add. And then subtract. Alright, this one's tricky. I messed up my, I didn't mean to put a subtraction sign down there. But we're gonna do this and see what we get. Let's go to, this one is tricky. Raylan, tell us how you did this one, and I'll write what you say.
I did 2 to the second first, and that was 4.
Okay, so we're going to do exponents first. So 3 times 4 plus 4. All right, and then do we have something on the bottom we need to do?
16 minus 8 times 2.
Yeah, 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. Because the exponent's negative, we keep the 8 negative. Okay. So this is my simplified version. Once the exponents are gone, let's try to multiply. What'd you do next?
Then it would be 12 plus 4 on top, and then 16 minus 16 on the bottom.
Okay, if this looks different than your paper, go ahead and change what you have so it looks like this. And this is where I messed up. I was supposed to have 16 over 16, but I messed up this part. And so what you got was 16 over 0. And when you plug in 16 divided by 0, you get an error, and it's undefined. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to get it to equal 1, but I messed up when I made the problem. So if you just put 16 over 0, you got it right. Grace Dillon, nice job. A few of you just put 0. And it would be 0 if it was 0 over 16, but you cannot divide anything by 0. So it'd be undefined, or 16 over 0. All right, try 14. Hopefully I didn't mess this one up. I think we're good. Yeah. Gavin, how did you do that so fast? Another 30-ish seconds. All right, finish this up, and Carrie, what was your answer? Beautiful, it is 2, and if you didn't get 2, let's follow the steps with Carrie. What did you do on top first, Carrie? Okay, so we could lump these together, I guess, since they're a little bit separate. We could do 6 and then plus 36. That works. What about the bottom? So exponent is 2 squared. That's 2 times 2, so that's 4. 16 minus 4 plus 9. And once you did all of that, what did you get on the top? Good. And that can simplify to 2. So if you put 42 over 21, that would be partially correct, but your answer on the test is going to be listed as 2. So make sure you simplify as much as possible. Okay, let's go to some square roots. And for those of you in pre-algebra, we may have forgotten this. We haven't quite done this lesson yet. As an 8th grader. So remember that root 4 just really means what number can be multiplied twice together, and that's just the 2. So root 4 would be 2. Go ahead and try to do that one right now. I'll get you started. And answers are coming in. Remember that this negative on the outside will make it negative 2. A few people are changing their minds. Yeah, negative 2 plus root 144. We can simplify root 144. You may have had to do this on your calculator, but if you multiply 12 together, you get 144. So it is a perfect square, 12 times 12. So root 144 equals 12. if you take negative 2 and add it to 12, the good guys win, and you get 10. So if that's not what you put, go ahead and change your paper now to show the right answer. And let's try 6. In your head, if you're at home, you're thinking, okay, what number can be multiplied twice to get to 36? That would be 6. Start with that. And 2 or negative 10. I'm trying to see how we... Carrie, can you explain your answer? I'm getting this from a lot of people. Now I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Well, I simplified the roots to get negative 12x. I got plus or minus 6 and negative 4.
Okay, that's where I was confused on. Okay, great. So let's pause there.
Plus or minus.
Okay. So yeah, this is where we're getting confused. When you guys were taking like x squared equals like say 36. And so when we would set it up like this, and if you're in pre-algebra, just ignore this bit. But for algebra students, we were in the habit of making it plus or minus 6. So that's where we're a little bit confused here. When we're doing some like pre-algebra problems, and they're just giving you the square root already, and you haven't like taken the square root of the variable, it doesn't actually become plus or minus. You can just assume that it's going to be positive. And I have to look more into why they do that in pre-algebra. I'm not sure. But just assume that if we're not solving an equation that's like x squared, it's just going to be a root 36. So you would see the answer on the test as just 2. They're not going to give you the option of negative 10. Okay? And so guys on Zoom, you do not need to watch this video later at all. Yeah, I'm sorry if that was not clear. This is your work if you're on the Zoom, but I'm going to post this for the rest of the students not in algebra. Okay, try number 7. And we should have used distributive property here. So negative 2 times 6x first is negative 12x. And then negative 2 times negative y, this is really like negative 1y. And 2 positives, or 2 negatives equal a positive. So this is the simplest you can make it. I can't combine an x and a y. So you should have gotten negative 12x plus 2y. A similar problem, try number 8. Alright, some people are changing their answer. Let's distribute this. I'm getting 4 times negative 3 is negative 12y. And then we do 4 times x, and that's 4x. You can't combine these two terms because it's a y and an x, so that's the simplest you can write it as. So if you got that, good. If you didn't, go ahead and change it. Try 9. This is a similar problem, just a few more steps. Distribute this first, and then we're going to combine like terms. Alright, Tucker, what's your answer for this guy?
13x minus 7.
Perfect. And what'd you do first for this one?
I distributed, so it's 5x minus 5.
Good. 5 times x, 5 times negative 1. We're going to bring down all of this stuff. And now we're at a problem where we just combine some like terms. So Tucker, what'd you combine first?
The 8 and the 5.
Yep, those are both x's, so that can become 13x. What would you do next?
Add the negative 2 and negative 5.
Yep, negative 5 and negative 2 are bad guys. They band together and make a bigger bad guy problem. That should be your answer. 13x minus 7. Similar problem, try number 10. Alright, we're getting this down online. Hopefully you're starting to get it at home. 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 2 is 6. And then we just bring down all of these so that we can combine like terms. We're going to do the same thing as before. 4x and 3x are the same term, so combine those. And negative 2 and 6 are whole numbers, combine those. 6 is the bigger guy, and if you need to do this and just kind of like mentally envision it, you can solve these kind of as separate problems, then combine them. So that should be your answer. Okay, that is all we're going to do today. We'll pick up some more practice tomorrow. Online guys, make sure that you keep this piece of paper, or not online, the Edpuzzle guys. This is confusing, I'm talking to two people. If you're not in Algebra, keep this paper so I can check it Thursday. Algebra guys, you're good because you did it with me. And that is how the cookie crumbles.